Hello everyone, my name is Stormy and this is Counterculture Kitchen. Today we'll be exploring a dish from the Pennsylvania Dutch culture, and that dish is Amish apple dumplings. Germany, 1683. The Amish said see ya and traveled over to the good old US of A. Now, the Amish themselves are largely known for having shunned most of modern technology in exchange for a more simplistic lifestyle. Except for heaters, apparently. And while I'm not religious myself, what I found most interesting about the Amish is the choice to stay in the community or to leave, referring of course to rumspringa. What I also found fascinating is just how hardworking that they really are, which leads me to one of my favorite Amish quotes, "Them that works hard, eats hearty." And being that I'm somewhat of a glutton, I can agree to that. The name dumpling is kind of a broad term, somewhat similar to the usage of casserole, in that it more or less describes a food that employs the use of dough and filling it with anything from, say, fish to apples. But in this case, we're gonna go with the latter, mainly because I don't like fish, but mostly because I kind of bought way too many and I have to use them. This is a two-part recipe deal here. One for the apples, and two for the dough. Anyway, first start by gathering up all the ingredients for the dough.
All-purpose flour, baking powder, butter, sea salt, and water. Apples, brown sugar, cinnamon, nutmeg, cardamom, salt, butter, and an egg. To make the dough, take your chilled cup of water and add your salt to it, stirring to dissolve. Next, grab the large bowl and whisk together the flour and the baking powder until combined. Add in the chilled butter cubes and crumble them together until the butter is about the size of a pea. You can do this part with a fork, pastry blender, food processor, or even your hands. Next, drizzle in the ice water, mixing to combine. You don't want it to be too sticky or too dry. Aim for pliable. Keep mixing until the dough takes on the shape of a ball. Then remove the dough and place it onto a flat, well-floured surface. Using your handy-dandy rolling pin, flatten out the square to be about 16 by 16 inches. You'll want to aim for an 1/8 inch thickness. The goal here is to get as thin as possible without tearing the dough. Using a small knife, cut 4 8-inch squares. Cut up some parchment paper and layer it between the dough. Wrap it up and throw it into the freezer to chill. While the dough is in the freezer, go ahead and grab your apple supplies. You'll start off by skinning the apples. I like to start from the top to the bottom, then moving on to the sides. I find I get a more even trim that way. Next, coring the apples. If you don't have an apple core or a pointed peeler like this one, you can also use a paring knife. Just be careful. If you aren't going to be using the apples right away, you can keep them from browning by mixing a tiny bit of lemon juice into some cold water. Then, when you're ready to use the apples, dry them off with a paper towel. After the apples have dried, mix together your sugar and spices. Then, gently coat your apples. When finished, place the spiced apple onto each pastry square. You'll want to fill the apple with the remaining spice mix, covering the top with a dab of butter. Next, you'll want to fold the bottom half of the dough over the center of the apple while pressing the dough to its sides. Repeat with the other half, pinching the edges to make sure you get a really good seal. Take your rolling pin once more and thin out the dough that isn't on the apple. Once thin to your liking, trim off the excess and fold both corners towards the center. Once the apples have been covered, use any of the excess dough you might have to make some leaves or even a stem. To finish, brush the dough with the egg wash, making sure to get an even coating. Then, sprinkle on some of the remaining spice. Place the dumplings in a baking pan with parchment paper and throw it in the oven. And here's the final product. Go ahead and look. I'll wait.
If you enjoyed the video, please give us a like and hit the subscribe button. And while you're at it, if there's a particular culture or dish that you're interested in, let us know in the comments below. We're always looking for more ideas and to try new things. So until next time, my name's Stormy and this has been Counterculture Kitchen. Thanks for watching. And them that works hard eats hearty.
Sorry, stop. Truck. Just go.
Remember, loud and slow. The best kind of sex life.
Just die.
Oh. Wow.
No.
Try to get from the top without one laughing.
Quality.
See freedom. Take 1,000,000. Take 9/11.
Oh!
Still beams.
Oh, the camera. You gotta turn the can more. It's gotta fully show the.
Okay, well then it's.
No, I like the imperfections. It's more real.
It's not supposed to be real.
You're not drinking that.
So until next time, my name is Stormy and this has been Counterculture.
Holy shit! Oh my god! I